Hi, and welcome back to the Mum Boss Method podcast. I'm Chrissy, you know that, and I am joined by the lovely, luscious Marie.
Hi
Hello,
guys.
how are you?
I'm good, thanks you.
Yeah, I'm okay, thank you. It's sunny, which always makes life better when it's sunny, doesn't it?
Not where I am.
Oh, it's not sunny there. Oh, it
No,
started coming
no,
out.
no, it's winter here.
Oh, is it cold?
Sorry, it's cold and like black and grey.
Oh,
Sorry.
sucks to be where you are. Um, okay, I know Marie. Marie is a fellow coach, and I know Marie through the mentorship that we are both part of. And we're actually quite similar and end up just talking quite a lot of, well, we talk a lot of sense, but we also talk a bit of shite, don't we?
A lot.
When we're talking together.
Yeah, and 5,000 ideas all in one go.
Yeah, 5,000 ideas all in one go. We're both boy mums. We're similar ages. And I just thought, actually, Marie's background is so interesting that I wanted to get her on the podcast because I just think she has such an interesting story and a great perspective. So tell us who you are and what you do.
So my name's Marie. I'm 47. I'm obsessed with animals. I've got my own dog and horse, and I spend as much time with them as possible. I've got an awesome boy and a husband that sort of counts, that he's just, you've got to have one of them sort of thing.
Yeah.
I've I am an online coach, which is relatively recent in my career, but I have been a full-time PT and gym owner for most of my career. Um, I decided to make the change into online coaching because it's become a time in my life where I think that I would like to help more people than I currently can without being bound to face to face.
Yeah. And so you took the scary decision, possibly a little bit pushed by me.
Definitely. I don't have that much faith in things that I'm not 100% certain on, if that makes sense. So I will only play sport that I know I'm really good at. I will only do things that I know I'm really good at. And this has been a massive learning curve. And I still don't know if I trust myself, but I'm trying.
I trust you.
Thank you.
Um, Tell us why you became a PT, a gym owner, and a coach. Why is it that you are in the business of helping people?
I don't know anything different. I grew up in professional sport household. Um, I played sport from the moment I could. I still play it now. I'm obsessed with competition. So I can compete over anything, whether it's getting the remote control, being first out the door. I can turn life into a competition. Um, and I love the buzz and thrill of sport. So when it came to having to adult and go into sort of work mode, I've always I love training. I love the gym. I love absolutely everything. And I love helping people see that they can love it too. So
Mm.
it was a sort of it was a it just happened. I did a degree in sport. I wanted to be a professional sports person. I didn't quite make it. So I first off, I went and worked in motorsport. So I worked in sport. Always had my sideline hobby of being in the gym, helping people, bit of part-time PT. And then when I wanted to stop traveling, it was sort of a no-brainer. Set up my PT business in 2009, and I never looked back.
Mm. And you've done, but you're not just, it's not just PT, you're a reformer Pilates instructor as
Yep.
well.
Yep. I love reformer. It's relatively new in my repertoire, but I'm so injured. I mean, if I was an animal, I definitely wouldn't be living.
I'm
So I
so
had
broken. I'm so broken.
to. So I really used it as a bit of my rehab after one of my surgeries and just fell in love with it. But I coach CrossFit. I play and coach hockey. Um, I am obsessed with all things sport and gym.
What's your favorite sport to watch? This wasn't on the list of questions I sent you.
Sport to watch. Show jumping.
What's your favorite sport to play?
Oh, hockey. I just get a chance to be a real bitch, and I am horrible. I'm so horrible.
You sound like Leanne.
I come off thinking that I get scared to go to the tees sometimes. Or I go in, well, obviously I look very much different to when I'm on a pitch. So I make an effort in the showers to look completely different to that bitch on the pitch. But yeah, there's some serious aggression that I release on that pitch.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. So your online business
Yeah.
is called MindBodyFit,
Yeah.
and it comes from, so whereas my business comes from, I was a perimenopausal mum, really struggling with her mindset and her health and with diet culture. And I found a way of just feeling more awesome now than I did in my 20s and 30s.
Yeah.
And I want to share that with the world. Your coaching ethos has come from training and nutrition, have helped you come through some really tough times.
Yeah.
And sport is something that you love and that you believe in. So how how have training and nutrition helped you, and how does that translate into how you want to help other people?
So training is my backbone. It makes me feel better when I'm feeling shit. It gives me a purpose. It gets me up out of the house some days when I'm having some real tough times. Um, and without the food that I now have under control and I'm happy with 90% of the time, I wouldn't be able to do what I ask of my body to do, which is already fairly physically broken as it is. And for to be able to help people realize that you can love something in that gym. It doesn't have to be in the gym, but some form of exercise. Everyone, I haven't failed yet on finding something that someone loves.
Mm,
And you're not always going to love your sessions, but we'll always, we'll sprinkle in the fun stuff. But the nutrition, you need it, and the less emotion you can put in to food, and I have to do that in order to keep on track is I just see it as fuel. The fuel that goes in my car is what gets me through. And for people to understand that, I feel it can be a real, what's the word I want to use? You almost feel lighter. You're like,
mm,
oh, I finally can stop thinking about what I'm going to eat, what I can't eat, what I should eat. Where can I eat this? What can I do with that? Like it's boring, and it is literally all consuming.
mm. You have you posted something, I think it was on your stories. It was quite a few weeks ago, and I think I forgot to say it to you, but I'm sure you posted like a picture of your breakfast, and you said, I keep this so simple. And it was like, I'm sure there was cottage cheese on there.
Always cottage cheese. There's nothing wrong with cottage
I
cheese.
love cottage cheese. But there was just like,
I think was it just my usual prawns, half a slim bagel, and cottage cheese?
cottage cheese, and you were like, simple,
Yeah.
protein, like
Yeah.
this is going to get me through.
Yeah.
And and you enjoy it.
I do
And
enjoy it. And I
I know
think
you said you the weird.
the weirder I can make it, the more fun I have with it.
Yeah.
My
Because some
husband and
people
my
would
son,
never have prawns
no.
for breakfast, would they?
No. I had chicken noodle soup yesterday.
Did you?
Yeah. I like to be different.
Yeah, but well, no, because we put so many rules on food, right?
Yeah.
If you go to India, they eat curry for breakfast.
Yep.
If you go to Japan, they eat rice or noodles for breakfast. So what's to say you can't have prawns for breakfast?
Exactly. I
Yeah.
have whatever I think because I start my day so early, breakfast isn't breakfast, it's just my first break of the day. So whatever I find in the fridge, I'm going to eat it.
Yeah.
And but I don't think about it. I don't think, oh, I've got to have cereal or some toast or some eggs because mm, that doesn't really excite me.
No. What is your favourite breakfast though?
Oh, if I could, I'd have omelette, but I can't make them.
I can't make them either.
I really can't make them. And then it's not the same when it's a mix up of scrambled eggs.
No.
Doesn't
So
taste.
I'm gonna make a suggestion here. So this is my egg trick that I've just bought a new pan, so I'm gonna try it with an omelette as well. My egg trick is you get your really good pan, and it has to be a good non-stick pan.
Of
So if you
course.
want to make fried eggs, but you don't want it swimming in butter or oil, it has to be a really good pan with a tiny bit of butter or your spray in it, and then you put a saucepan lid on the top because I don't do snotty eggs. Blech. No, it's not. I like runny yolks, but not snotty eggs. So if you put the lid on top, it steams the top, so you get perfectly cooked eggs and they're not stuck. Now, someone said to me the other day, you can do the same with omelettes because you
Really?
put the lid on the top, so it steams the top and the bottom gets cooked with the heat.
I could give it, well, we can try it. We can
We could
add
try it.
it
We
us.
could do an Instagram live cook omelettes with us.
We could. I'm not the neatest kitchen person,
Me
but
neither.
we can just like filter out the background and just focus on the pan and we'll have a go.
Yeah, yeah, with the egg trick.
Yeah.
Okay, so I love that you have taken the emotion out of food. Food is functional, but you still enjoy it.
I do enjoy it. You've got to enjoy it.
Yeah.
You just can't enjoy it 100% of the time. That's
No,
the way I have to do it.
sometimes there is just a functional meal.
Yeah.
And sometimes that, like Wednesday nights for us are now jacket potato nights. Now listen, sometimes I bloom it, your phone's ringing.
I know, sorry.
It's all
There's
right.
someone leave my door alone.
Oh, do you need
I
to go
know.
and get it?
No, I don't know
Okay.
what it is. Ignore.
So sometimes, like, there's nothing wrong with a jacket potato. Is it the most exciting? No, but it's functional.
Yeah.
It does the job of I need something that I can eat really quickly and doesn't take hours of prep.
Yep.
The dog needs to say hello to you.
Hi. My dog's going mad because I don't know what's going on outside. Just going to ignore it.
Okay. Um, okay, so in terms of, so you've talked about like exercise is the thing that makes the day okay, and I completely get that. A lot of my clients, and I wonder if yours have the same thing, where lifes, stuff goes on, it gets stressful or something upsetting happens, and then they just bury their head in the sand. They end up like just like giving up on themselves. I think that's a really common thing for women to do anyway. How do you respond to that? How do you help people get over that?
So I've got like my analogies of I used to have physical things to make it understand it in my brain. But Lego bricks.
Mm,
Okay. You got your new thing that you've just found and you t tip it all out. So you start this health and fitness journey and there's all your goals and dreams on a table with all the Legos just falling out of the box. Now, in order to get all that in order, you've got the instruction book to follow and
mm,
they do it step by step to build bit by bit, system by system. Now, that's how I like to work with my clients. Take that one brick and for me, I always go down the mental health and the mindset route because I've struggled with that myself. And I think it's the hardest thing and the most important thing. There's no point going into a calorie deficit, going to the gym 5 times a week, if your head is still basically made up of cotton wool and Smarties all at the same time.
mm,
So you take that brick, you get that brick perfectly in position, and then you build on that brick. Does that
mm.
make sense, what I'm trying to say?
Yeah. Yeah, it's the foundations, isn't it? You're
Yeah.
creating the foundations.
Yeah. And then when life goes at you, which it's going to, you just go back to these bricks. And if you have to take a few bricks off and then rebuild the bricks again, it's all right.
Yeah.
because I mean, I've got a massive surgery coming up, and all my bricks started tumbling everywhere.
Mm,
And so I've gone backwards, but because I've got systems in place now, although I did go backwards because I'm human and I'm not perfect, I can now get them back up, and they're now back in their little towers, and I've made whatever I've made that was on the front of the box.
yeah, I love that. I love that analogy. That's so good. Um, okay, and that's like you say, you've got some surgeries coming up, and that's kind of all thrown you, and that's what you're really sticking to, isn't it?
Yeah, I have
The
to cling on to them for
foundations.
dear life.
Yeah.
So otherwise, I would definitely go, and I have done. This is surgery number 14. It's not my first rodeo, and
Mm,
I have spiraled, and I'm shit scared of spiraling again. And this is a major one. It's going to impact me massively. So I've just got to let it happen.
yeah. 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 Um, what is like the one message that you want people to hear? Like if they take nothing else away from this episode, what is the one message you want people to hear and they go, "Oh, I heard Marie say that on that podcast."
Everyone has the right to be happy,
Mm,
and it might take you, like me, 46 years, but you will find your happiness. You've just got to. I mean, I had to get to a point where there was a point of no return, unfortunately. But there is a way to be happy with whatever life restrictions that you may have. And don't be scared to ask for help to get there.
mm. Yeah, I like that. I like that. Where can people find you?
Mind Body Fit UK.
On
I was prepped for
Instagram.
that. I don't even know if that was right.
I'll check. Hold on.
You didn't give me that one to prep, and I'm not very good with that. I'm sure it's Mind Body Fit UK.
Mind Body Fit UK, yes. Go
There you
follow
go.
her on Instagram if you want to
Aw.
see lots
You see
of
a lot of animals.
lots of animals. And yeah, I'm looking at her stories now and she's riding Raz, so Um lots of animals and also lots of useful information about building yourself back up to be mentally and physically fit.
Indeed.
What are you doing for the rest of the day?
Well, I'm going to find out who's stalking me outside.
Mm.
Then I've got the excitement of carpet going down. I know, I know. Then the
You
school run.
live on the wild
I
side.
do.
Oh my God,
Then I've
listen
got,
to you.
I know. And then I get to sit in a car park while he plays football, standard. And then I come home and pretend I've made dinner.
Okay,
Rock and roll.
rock and roll.
But I have ridden already today, so I'm smug as.
Well, I'm going to go and get the rest of my steps now.
Well done.
The dog's going to get his walk as long as it's not too hot outside because, I don't want to be one of those bad dog owners.
Oh God, you get slated on Facebook.
Yeah, you do. Oh, it might be 23 degrees. What do we think?
Probably
He's a
needs an
black
ice
Rottweiler.
cream. Yeah, ice cream and a cuddle.
Yeah, tough.
Oh.
Okay, it's been amazing having you. Thanks so much.
Thank you very much for having me.
Say goodbye to everyone.
Bye, guys.